hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be. Marty. Oh, fuck that shit. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hi, it's Thanksgiving Eve, the day before Thanksgiving, and I hope you'll have plans to spend time with a loved one here or there, or whatever it takes to make your Thanksgiving a special one. Did I freeze? No, it's all good. Anyway, and tomorrow's show, we're going to be talking about things that we're thankful for. And just wanted to give you a heads up on that. It won't be the normal show. The news items will be a little bit more personal for me. And so I hope you'll ready to enjoy that show. But anyway, today, though, we've got tons of news. Gunfox gave me some articles on the Discord, which if you want to join the Discord, that thing will pop up in the chat. You can look that up and jump on there. And then also I have several things bookmarked. I have several articles. So we've got a packed day. So on that note, let's play the intro so we can get us started. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, PDawg Knight. Stop the music. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet, and welcome back to the Dawg Knight Channel. It's Wednesday, the 25th of November, Thanksgiving Eve, 2020, and this is the 478th episode of the Morning Night Live, and I am very happy you're here. See a lot of the regulars in the chat already. Trickling a little slower than normal, though. That's interesting, but that's okay. Hey, it is what it is. We've got a whole bunch of things to talk about today regarding the election and and the appointments that are note, I'm putting quote marks, president-elect who's not officially the president-elect until the electors actually vote. And, it's funny, the electors haven't even been selected yet. That's how unpresident-elect he is, even though he's the presumed president-elect according to most of the media. And that's how I'm going to continue to describe him. He is the presumed president-elect until otherwise notified. So that's how we're going to refer to or just Vice President Biden. That's the last title he held. So there you go. Let's say good morning to everybody and get this thing going, because I got a lot today. First in the chat this morning is Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
Thank you for being here, and you certainly get the bell also. Thank you. Good morning. Also, good morning, Wikipedia snippet. Richo, my friend from down under, Uncle Bobbity's in the house earlier, says, what's up, Dog Pound? Well, what's up, Uncle Bobbity? Also, good morning, Maniac Man. You're back in track, aren't you? Nice to see you coming by. Also, good morning, Stabbing Joe Scarborough. Select a Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Also, Chadwick Dupree's in the house, and also known as Dammit Chadwick. Don Keating, Gulf City Biker, and Trash Man is here, who says, good morning, Vietnam. I kind of enjoyed that movie. Good morning, Ricky Ravioli. Good morning to, let's see, Zablu is in the house. Good morning. Also, let's see, Gunfox61 is here. BRVTVS. Oh, Brutus. Brutus just changed how he spells his name with some, looking a little more Roman. There you go. Good morning to you also. Also, good morning. What happened here? Oh my God, the chat just jumped like a mug. Okay, there we go. Brutus, good morning. Also, good morning to, let's see. Now I got to scroll. D.I. Freighter Watcher, what's up? Anna Lynn is here. Good day. Donatello Slapafellow, one of my favorite new one of my favorite names on the internet. They're pumping this new lockdown to combat vaccine hesitancy. The vaccine is the carrot of freedom. That's why the governments are relocking down. It's to make the vaccine feel preferable. You know, I think you may have a point there. In fact, it's a very good point. Also, good morning to Don. Oh, I already said Don Keating. And also good morning to Jesse Leon. What's up? Advocatus Diaboli, the devil's advocate's in the house. That Brutus thing's cracking me up. The V's are killing me. Good morning, James PFP. Michael Hatfield, hard disk fail. Good morning. Also, let's see as I scroll through. And I know a lot of people are just popping in, so the names change but the vision stays the same. Good morning, Zombie Teddy. Good morning, Azul Azroth 13. Katie Did Skate is in the house. Good morning. Also, I think I got everybody. That's, I'll figure it out as we go along. Special K on Acid is here. Cynical Lindsay's here. Did I miss anybody? Cindy Rochelle. Hi, Cindy. Hello, Tyler F. Now I got to go backwards because I did miss a few. I think I've caught up, though. Check your logics to the house. What swamp? Oh, my young friend. You crack me up. Unless you're serious. I don't know. The swamp, the swamp, the swamp, the government swamp creatures, that Joe Biden's bringing back from the Obama administration. Good morning, Bobcat Klein, who says yo, and there we go. All right, before anyone does anything here, I got to make sure I reset this the right way this time. There we go. We fixed the stream label, so we will have a new Streamlabs Superstar Donor of the Day. That's kind of, I don't know how to do it for the YouTube Super Chat, so it's a Streamlabs Superstar Donor of the Day. Donations in the Streamlabs link in the description down below. It'll show up in the chat or Super Chats or whatever you want to do. Anyway, Funky Animal, the Earl of Funkdom, is in the house. Remember, Fridays is Funky Friday. Make sure you come here on Fridays because we play some funk in the background. But today, we're going to keep it quiet, because I got a whole lot to talk about. All right. Now, here's a good sign that you should be worried. A good sign that you should be concerned. When the media is praising the various cabinet picks that the presumed by the media president-elect Joe Biden is picking. If the media is praising those picks, you should automatically be worried. I gotta tell you, got a few articles here who's sent to me by Gunfox. One from BBC News. This one. Let's see. Let me make sure I get this on the screen. Right. Let's fix that. So first we got this one from BBC News. What Biden's new foreign policy team tells us. Well, that makes me nervous already. Did I say good morning to Stab and Joe Scarborough? Did I say good morning, Joe? I hope you're keeping them knives sharp. John Kerry is famous for throwing his army medals over the White House fence. Yeah, how about that? That's a whole nother thing. Anyway, this is this BBC article. What Biden's foreign policy team tells us. Is that James? That looks like James Brown. Anyway, 3 people chosen by U.S. President-elect Joe Biden to lead his foreign policy team will bring decades of diplomatic experience to the White House, but they also face criticism from those who object to the baggage that comes along with years of serving in the government. Now, this is the BBC, which it's funny because some of our foreign press will be a little more not hard on the new president who's a Democrat, but at least they'll actually point out some of the things that are bad, because the American press, I guarantee you, will be cleaning Joe Biden's taint with their tongues just, to be in his good graces. But now foreign press sometimes will actually ask questions that maybe we should all be asking. So that's interesting. Who are they? Oh, here's a little on who they are and then what the experts say about the message Mr. Biden is sending with his choice of top U.S. diplomats. I said hard on, did I? Okay. James Brown's racist? Is it? Hey, oh, is it? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, who are they? Three people who would be advising Mr. Biden on issues beyond America's borders are not well known beyond Washington. Anthony Blinken, Linda Thomas Greenfield, and Jake Sullivan are all alumni of the Barack Obama White House, which is that should make some concern right there. And are considered Biden loyalists and foreign policy centrists. Okay, it's foreign policy centrist. Okay. Mr. Blinken, 58, whose work with Mr. Biden goes back nearly 20 years, has been picked to serve as the Secretary of State, the nation's top diplomat. Linda Thomas Greenfield, one of the most high-profile black female U.S. diplomats who worked for years on African affairs, has been nominated to serve as U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. I thought that was going to be Hillary Clinton. Oh, well. I should just give just for that, because it's funny to me and probably not funny to anybody else. And then Jake Sullivan is a former State Department official and Hillary Clinton aide who played a key role in negotiating the 2015 Iranian nuclear deal. Oh, good God. That should be just an automatic right there. Not X to doubt, but just X to no. When he was, okay, so he served Mr. Biden's national security advisor when he was vice president. Mr. Blinken's work with Mr. Biden dates, okay, I said that. Mr. Blinken's work, okay, the insiders, Mr. Blinken's work with Mr. Biden dates back to his tenure on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee as a Delaware lawmaker. Some critics have blamed him for Mr. Biden's vote to invade Iraq in 2003. Now, I want to know, they blame him. No, I blame Mr. Biden for his vote to invade Iraq in 2003. That's the only person you can blame. Good morning, Lindsay. How you doing? The personal connection will serve the team well, say several former U.S. diplomats, but it could also mean a lack of diversity in opinion. Diversity in opinion, and their wealth of Washington experience as foreign policy veterans will not endear them to all. Good. I don't care. I don't care who likes them. Do they make the right decisions? We'll find out. Maybe. Presumed by the media. President Thomas Cleaver. And their wealth of Washington experience as foreign policy veterans will not endear them to all. It does, however, mark a break with Trump's war on the so-called deep state, individuals in government he regarded as working against his own agenda. Well, it's his agenda is the United States agenda as far as I'm concerned. Hello, Renee Vermette. This is not a team of rivals. While they have a history of working well together, they will also bring complementary perspectives to the Situation Room with hands-on experience in global conflicts. Yeah, they're warmongers. The value of strategic coherence will outweigh any potential for groupthink. They are not card-carrying members of a deep state, but will help lead a more effective American state focused on shared interests and values. They are pragmatists, not ideologues. That's from someone named P.J. Crowley, who's the former U.S. Assistant Secretary of State. Andrew Bachovich, president of the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft. Oh, good God. What the fuck is that? Who says the appointments represent a return to normalcy and an end to an erratic approach to policy. But the question is whether a return to normalcy is enough. This team has a belief in American supremacy, which could lead them to recklessness in their use of American military power. Yeah, that's my bigger concern. You know, one of the things, look, I don't care what people think of the president or his style. President Trump has been generally leading us away from conflicts, not towards them, despite the fact that he uses the threat of the big stick to talk for him. So with Kim Jong-un, is that his name, Kim Jong-un? Yeah, Kim Jong-un. You know, he starts rumbling about some shit, and Trump says, just makes a simple statement. Look, you might have a bomb or a rocket here or there, but we have a whole bunch of them, and they all work. That's a shut the fuck up moment. And Kim Jong-un kind of got himself in line, at least for a while. But you know what? The one thing that a lot of foreign governments can do about the United States is they can kind of wait us out until there's a new president, and then they can go back to their long-term strategy. That's why I'm not excited about Blinken, who is one of the people who crafted this damn Iran nuclear deal, which we should have never went in the way we did. But the current president, who is your president until at least January 20th, 2020, and there's a smidge of a chance of beyond, but if not, still is the president until then. And the deal that he's made with the Arab states and having them make peace with Israel and the what is it? I think it's the Gulf Region Security Association. I don't know what it's called. Whatever the Gulf states that are combining their own security forces to basically be a counter against Iran. That was an effective strategy. Also, the fact that they have been opening up ties with Israel is an effective strategy, because the combined might of the Gulf states and Israel is a deterrent to Iran. And then you don't have to make nuclear deals with Iran, because you have the people in the region who become a deterrent to Iran. So, rant finished. Anyway, this one's Charles Coupin, former member of the White House National Security Council. As a longtime Foreign Service officer, Mrs. Thomas Greenfield, in particular, represents the deep state that Donald Trump was so dismissive of. For Donald Trump, foreign service officers were the foot soldiers of the liberal internationalism that he wanted to take down. This is partly the reason why morale is so low at the State Department right now. Well, you know what? I don't have a problem with what Donald Trump did with the State Department. And if their morale is low, it's because they've been under this kind of corporate, the Democrats, the Republicans who've been, let's put it this way. Our foreign policy has been the tail wagging the dog, okay? And Donald Trump said, no, I'm the top dog, and you're not gonna wag my tail. We're gonna do what I want and what is best for our country. And it's the one area where Trump has surprised me. Okay, well, it's not the only area, but that in particular, his foreign policy objectives that they've been doing, and the same thing with what they did with NATO. Yes, he was a dick to our NATO partners, but guess what? Our NATO partners have finally stepped up and start paying their own bill, and it's funny, the people he disliked or should dislike, where they say, oh, he's sucking up to Putin. Oh, he's sucking up to Kim Jong-un. He's sucking up to this and that. He hasn't done anything for them. And in fact, he's kind of screwed Russia in a lot of ways. And so it's like, you know what? Expect more out of your friends and find ways to get your enemies, get their guard down a little bit. And it's been an effective strategy for him. Now, anyway, good morning, Moon-Based Radio. Nice to see you. Also, C. Lynch, that's a new one I haven't seen. Maybe you've been here, maybe not. If you're not, by the way, if you're here because someone sent you something that said, hey, come check this guy out, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and click that bell when it pops up. Then you can get notified without having to wait for someone to send you something. And also, share the stream out up there. I can't see me when I'm up here, but I know it's up there at Twitter Minds Gab and Parlor, where I also put out my own notifications. What the hell's on my screen? That should be a disqualifier right there. Jake Sullivan consulted the former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton during a congressional hearing. Yeah, Jake Sullivan's from Minnesota too. it's funny because there's a couple Jake Sullivans that I know from Minnesota. This one and the other one's a basketball coach, and I wonder if they're any relation. Anyway, as far as global alliances, top the agenda for Biden team will rejoining organizations, alliances, and treaties that Mr. Trump worked to weaken or dissolve over the past 4 years. No! Fuck the climate accord with Paris. Screw Iran and the whatever that stupid deal. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just going to read this. I'm just going to read it. Let's see. They will be tasked with bringing the U.S. back into the Paris Climate Agreement and keeping the U.S. in the World Health Organization. Fuck the WHO, too. Holy shit. One of the reasons that Trump was elected was because a large number of Americans judged American foreign policy as having failed. Hey, they got that right. The question is whether this team has learned enough to bring about the changes that we actually need, including reducing the military budget and greater restraint in the use of military forces. Thank you, Andrew Basovich. Yeah, that's okay. That's even worth a couple claps. PJ Crowley says Donald Trump never really built a national security team. Instead, he played the Lone Ranger while surrounding himself with independent contractors he could hire and fire by tweet. All three of these officials have served at the Department of State and will place renewed value on. Okay, fuck off. I think Mike Pompeo, as it took him a while to get someone in there that he trusted, that worked well with him, but I think Mike Pompeo has done a bang-up job, particularly, and having Kushner dealing with stuff in the Middle East. I think they've done a decent job. I don't. Maybe part of it, Donald Trump didn't come from Swamp World. Donald Trump came from a completely outside business world. So he had to test different Swamp World people here and there to figure out who's going to work. And in the end, our foreign policy shined for it, even though I don't care if other people liked our foreign policy. Was our foreign policy best for America and best for security in the areas where there may have been some insecurity? So I don't really care. I'm not going to read. Return of experts. Oh, goodness. Most experts agree that the team Mr. Biden is putting together in place is more experienced than those appointed by Mr. Trump, such as his first Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, who was the former ExxonMobil executive. But Mr. Trump's legacy at the State Department, which has seen scores of disillusioned diplomats retire. Goodbye, swamp creatures. No, we have our first sponsor of the day. We'll have to, I'll read that in a minute. Disillusioned diplomats retire early under Mr. Tillerson, and his replacement, Mike Pompeo, run deep and cannot be swiftly overdone overnight. I don't want it overdone overnight. I think they've done some good things. Anyway, all right, so thank you, Gunfox, for this article. That's a good one. I'll pop that. Well, no, I'm not going to put it in the chat. Thank you to our first sponsor of the day. Oh, I never popped out the old... Thanks. Just a second here. I need my donation box popped out here. All right. Thank you. First donation of the day and our first sponsor of the day. Remember, if you can either write super chats related to the show, or you can write an ad for our sponsors, which pop up every now and then. Looks like Big Ass Brick Company is back. By the way, Big Ass Brick Company.
You are the new Streamlabs Superstar Donor of the Day.
With the 556, if you know what 556 is, just a reminder, you can defend yourself from Swamp. Oh, that should be Swamp. Someone's using a voice chat. Okay, Big Ass Brick Company. Just a reminder, you can defend yourself from swamp creatures with our flagship product, a big-ass brick or a solid oak American bat. Thank you to our sponsor, Big Ass Brick Company. I appreciate you very much. All right, moving on. Let's see. I had a couple articles from Gunfox here, and here's another one. Like I said, especially if American media companies are praising Joe Biden's pick, you should be worried. And I am worried, especially with this one. CNN Business. Why Janet Yellen makes so much sense as Treasury Secretary. I'm pretty sure this is a tongue bath article. Here we go. Janet Yellen checks all the boxes in President-elect Joe Biden's quest to find a Treasury Secretary who won't spook Wall Street. Well, that may be true. Won't spook Wall Street, alienate progressives, or forget about Main Street's plight. You know, Main Street's plight right now is governors who are shutting down Main Street. That's the biggest plight. If she could do something about that, hey, I'm all for her. But there's issues. Good morning, Zach Osborne. Biden will choose Yellen, a former chair of the Federal Reserve, to become the first woman to lead Treasury. A source with knowledge of the pick confirmed to CNN on Monday. The significance of Biden's Treasury pick is amplified by the enormous crisis and fragile economy he will inherit in January as the recovery weakens. Well, there's a reason the recovery has been weakened. Okay, one, they're using COVID cases to shut people down, and that's why the recovery is weakening. The Treasury chief will be charged with leading America's economy out of the pandemic, as well as narrowing the staggering gap between the rich and the poor. That's not the Treasury's job. Okay, the narrowing the staggering gap between rich and poor is is just good old American. I don't know. Look, the gap between the rich and the poor was narrowing under President Trump. Did anyone ever notice that before the pandemic, thing happened when we started shutting shit down? Did you notice that the greatest increase in earnings especially among low earning income people was happening in the third year of the Trump presidency? We were cruising right along until the lockdowns. And then same with the recovery. We had this recovery that was booming back. Now we had, then they got into this more cases thing. And that's, what did they say here? What was the word they used? As the recovery weakens, well, that's probably due to some more restrictions. But you know what? There's no good answer. If you look around the world, everyone's trying every kind of different thing where this is happening. And like I said the other day, I read that article about how this is a test drive for authoritarianism and perhaps even, dare I say it, communism. I shouldn't say that out loud, but, and we just need to say no. I don't know. Anyway, Yellen is no stranger to limelight nor groundbreaking roles as head of the Federal Reserve from 2014 to 2018. Yellen has already served a stint as arguably the world's most powerful woman. She stood out among leading contenders as someone who would attract broad support and would be ready to hit the ground running in the middle of a crisis without much on-the-job training. Added bonus, Yellen would likely be welcomed by investors because she's a known quantity and the markets boomed during her tenure leading the Fed. So I don't have a problem with Yellen, but I'm sure there's some issue that they're not going to tell you in a CNN article, though. If you want to know more about Yellen, here, I'll put that one in the chat there. I'm not going to read any more of this. Also, but anytime, I'm sorry, if the American media is praising somebody, be afraid. Be very afraid. Okay, now Biden's Homeland Security pick. Oh, this is the one too that I really wanted to highlight here because this is a cover, what's known as a cover article, where they're covering some ass right here, and I'm really curious. It just makes me very curious. Biden's Homeland Security pick is no border softy. Oh, really? That's interesting. President-elect Joe Biden has pledged to end many of Trump's harsh new immigration policies. Great. But his choice of Alejandro Mayorkas to lead his Department of Homeland Security indicates the new administration won't be embracing open borders or even crafting especially welcoming policies towards migrants arriving over the Mexican border. That's a feature, in my opinion, not a bug. President Donald Trump's harsh treatment of immigrants was one of the most contentious issues in his first 3 years in office. But guess what? Notice how the border crossings slowed down. Of course, a lot of it's COVID related now, but anyway. And Biden will certainly expect Mayorkas to take a kinder approach toward asylum seekers. No. They need to be actual asylum seekers. And if they're not, kick them back across the border. As I'm saying, if you know what? If they're actual refugees or eligible for asylum, which I don't know how they would be if they're crossing 3 countries to apply for asylum here, but I don't know. But if they're actual asylum seekers, yeah, sure, we certainly can be accommodating to actual asylum seekers. But anyway, a kinder approach towards asylum seekers, refugees, and the undocumented. No. I don't want to be more kind to the undocumented. We got a lot of people here who need work, and we don't need more undocumented people. I'm sorry. Biden will probably reverse many of Trump's signature initiatives. Separated families. Oh my God. Kids in cages. What the hell are you talking about? Isn't Biden from the Obama-Biden administration? I mean, didn't they? What was the question Donald Trump asked during the debate? Who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Good. Fuck. Oh, kids in cages. That trope is such bullshit anyway. So they took some pictures in the processing centers where they have chain link fence barriers and separation, and then they would move them to facilities designed for children. Yeah, so all this kids in cage stuff was just some photo manipulation bullshit. Jesus Christ, who built the cages, Joe? Anyway, God. Biden will probably reverse many of Trump's signature initiatives, separated families, kids in cages. Really? Also, here's another question. I'm going to read this sentence and tell me if you can tell me what's wrong with this sentence. Biden will reverse many of Trump's signature initiatives. Separated families, kids in cages, sweeps through so-called sanctuary cities by immigration and customs enforcement officers, and the ban on travel from many majority Muslim countries. Really? Was separated families a signature initiative? Like, did Trump come out here and say, you know what, I think we need to separate families? Anyone remember Trump ever saying that? Or is that the policy that was written into the law as it's currently written? Let me ask you this. Signature initiative. Were kids in cages a Trump signature initiative? Did Trump come out and, on his campaign website, one of the signature initiatives was to put kids in cages? Or is that something that they were doing during the Obama administration, and they weren't really cages in the first place, and they built facilities that were basically dormitories and schools where they housed children? Kids in cages was not a Trump signature initiative. That's a bullshit sentence. Separated families was not a Trump initiative. That's a bullshit sentence. Okay? Now, were families separated when they broke the law? Yes. Just like when a parent murders somebody. Let's say a parent murders the other parent of a child. will that child be separated from their family when that parent gets caught? Well, yes, they will. Or even, let's put it this way. Here's the thing. How about if a parent gets convicted of bank fraud and that parent goes to jail? Do they take the person who's convicted of bank fraud's child and send him to jail with him so they won't be a separated family? No, that's separating a child from their parent. You break the law, and sometimes you get separated from those you love, be it a spouse, a parent, a grandparent, or your child. Ta-da! It happens. Signature initiative. Kiss my grits. Dreamers who have never known any other home other than the U.S. will be safe under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program that Trump tried to cancel. Oh, you mean the program that was never written into law? Thank you. One of our recurring sponsors is back with the $2 donation through Streamlabs. It's BBC Rentals.
That's right.
BBC Rentals with the new ad. Make this Black Friday memorial. Wait. Oh, well, make this Black Friday memorial. Don't have her waiting in line for your 10th flat screen TV. We'll come to you. Try BBC Rentals. After dinner, we'll have her burning calories in no time. Try out 2-for-1 Black Friday deal. BBC Rentals. Unless you're racist. Thank you, BBC Rentals, for the sponsorship. Yes, BBC Rentals, one of our recurring sponsors. Thank you very much. Oh, good Lord. Anyway, Biden, ICE intrusions into communities will be curbed, really, because I know that Obama administration deported a lot of people. I don't know if it's through ICE or not. Families will be reunited and conditions in immigrant detention camps will improve dramatically. How do you know this? How do they know that? This is hagiography. How do you say the hagiography? You know, when they try to make them angels, you know, they try to make them sound all. Oh, what the hell happened there? They try to make them sound all angelic. Boy, that was really loud, wasn't it? Holy shit. It's just, this is embarrassing. Oh, I got a 10 from Black Hebrew Israelite, 9 from Selected Boy, 9 from Rich O. Yes, you're supposed to, by the way, whenever we have a sponsor ad, you're supposed to rate the ad on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being highest, 1 being lowest, 5 being an average ad, or make up your own scale. Someone did emoji scales yesterday. Anyway, so holy shit. How ICE intrusions into communities will occur. Families will be, and how will families be reunited? I got a feeling, that these families that are supposed to be reunited, the kids, you know, that they can't find their families, wouldn't you think their families would be looking for them and they'd be able to find them? So there's got to be a reason they're not able to find the families of these children. 1, maybe they died en route. 2, maybe they weren't really their family. Okay, I'm sure there's a large number like that. You know, a lot of these kids are trafficked. And I don't have a 3. I was going to come up with 3, but there's the 2 that I came up with. Good morning, Aka Hakusho. Nice to see you. Base black-eyed peas check. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, this whole article is just going to be how this person's going to be so fantastic. Hey, you know, I wonder if, what's this person's name? Alejandro Mayorkas. I wonder if he's going to attempt to sell guns in Mexico. That'd be interesting. Anyway, I'm almost in an FTG mode with some of these. And then finally, I have one more article from Gunfox, but it's not related to Biden picks. This was funny. I saw this article too, and it's just one of those things that make you go, The governor of Oregon, Kate Brown, has an interesting perspective on her lockdown rules. An interesting perspective. Governor Kate Brown of Oregon believes that maybe people should call the cops on COVID-19 rule breakers. Wait a minute. Wait one damn minute. Oh, Black Hebrew Israelite says, BBC Rentals. I'm not a client, but a member.
That's right.
I don't even know if I needed to know that, but you know. Governor Kate Brown urges people to call the cops on COVID-19 rule breakers. Yes, that's what the police need to be doing, especially when you're limiting their resources already in a lot of these cities. Yes, call the cops on COVID-19 rule breakers. Oregon Governor Kate Brown is urging residents to rat out their neighbors who break COVID-19 restrictions by having too many guests over for Thanksgiving. Kiss all of my big, fat, black ass Kate Brown. Thankfully, if I lived in Oregon, I would be having 20 people over just to piss her off. Brown recently limited the number of people allowed in a private home to 6 as part of a 2-week freeze for the entire state to help curb the spread of coronavirus. Oregon has more than 66,000 reported cases in the state, according to the Oregonian. Look, this is no different than what happens if there's a party down the street and it's keeping everybody awake, Brown told KGW8 last week. What do neighbors do? They call law enforcement because it's too noisy. This is just like that. It's like a violation of the noise ordinance. You know, Kate, I bet there's some brothers in Portland that said, if you call the cops on my Thanksgiving meal with my family that we have 8 people over, you're endangering my life because the police will definitely come in guns blazing because they're going to kill every black person there. Kate Brown, are you really thinking of this? We have a defund the police movement. We have a abolish the police, ACAB. And now you're going to have them come in and break up my Thanksgiving dinner? Kiss all of my big black ass. I'm just telling you. Good morning, Chrome. How you doing? I don't know why I chose to say good morning to you after I said that, but I did. Also, good morning, Annalyn, which is a little too close to Annalyn, but Annalyn, how you doing? Speaking of my big black ass. Anyway, holy shit. Honestly, they shouldn't have to. This is about saving lives, and it's about protecting our fellow Oregonians. Yes, our draconian authoritarian measures is about saving lives, and you can't be against saving lives, can you? Who's that woman? It used to be a Saturday Night Lights skit, and it was during the news hour, and she played this kind of a critic, right? Except she was like an internet critic. And whenever the only thing they'd read, they'd talk about some movie or game or whatever. And every time her entire criticism was 2 words. Bitch, please. Oh my God, earlier this month, Brown announced new restrictions in the state, including limiting bars and restaurants to takeout only and closing indoor and outdoor recreational facilities like gyms, museums, zoos, and outdoor pools. Social get-togethers, both indoors and outdoors, are also limited to just 6 people and no one from more than 2 households. No, it wasn't Rosanna Dana. That was real early Saturday Night Live, and her thing was, she would just talk about really gross things. Anyway, it was Kate, what's her name, used to do the character. I don't remember the name of the character, though. Anyway, Brown called the restrictions common sense measures, though they've drawn ire from politicians, including Tootie Smith, who will take office in January as chairwoman of the Clackamas Board of County Commissioners. The Republican has vowed to host Thanksgiving with as many friends and family as I damn well please. I'm sorry, she said as I can find, in defiance of Brown's order. No, it wasn't Baba Wawa either. It's a much more recent Saturday Night Live. I can't remember the name of the character though. Good morning, Fight for Your Rights. How you doing? All right. Anyway, thank you, Gun Fox, for throwing articles in the Discord server. By the way, in the chat somewhere in there, it probably gives you instructions how to join the Discord server. I updated the link to whatever it takes to be an updated link. All right, let's get into some bookmarks that I have here. Kind of more on the theme of. Oh wait, before I do that, let me. I'm going to play the commercial because I have to get myself organized here. So I'll be back in 1 minute.
Hey everybody, it's me, Marty. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I hope you're enjoying the show. The Morning Night Live is sponsored by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please, if you have a moment, take time to share this stream by hitting that little arrow down below or up here if you're on a mobile. And please hit the like button. I know you like it if you're still here and you're still watching. And finally, if you want to support the show, you can do that through your donations and super chats, which are in the description down below. You can do that at Streamlabs link or at PDawgKnight.live. That every little bit helps. And thank you for watching. Now back to the show.
All right. And before I move on, thank you to a few people. Maddie, Cynical Lindsay, Cindy Rochelle, Tyler F., all people who've already shared the show. Hey, share the show out. Arrow down below, share arrow, or Twitter Minds Gab Parley. You can retweet, repost, parlay, or what's the other one? Republish. You can republish on any of those platforms, or just send it out on your own platform. Put it out on your Facebook page one of these days. Just see what happens. You know, you just never know what's going to happen. I gained 2 of my subscribers back, though. They were different subscribers, obviously. But anyway, all right. So let's get into the bookmarks a little bit today. I have several, and some of them are funny, some of them are poignant, some of them are just, I don't know. Why is this? What's going on here? Why isn't I've had a little problem with my computer today. Anyway, there we go. Now, remember what I said. If the media is praising Joe Biden's choices, you gotta be afraid. And this is just. If you're familiar with Yamiche, what's Yamiche's last name? Alcindor? Yamiche Alcindor. She's the White House correspondent from PBS. Well, she is just damn excited, and I got this segment from whatever this show is on MSNBC gives me a good idea of what's going to be like in press conferences for the next 4 years. If we have Vice President Biden sworn in on the 20th. Okay, here's oh my gosh, this is precious.
About all of their
Hang on,
talk
listen.
about Joe Biden's empathy and humanity, to talk about diplomacy being back. It is all an implicit rebuke of Donald Trump's foreign policy stewardship over the last 4 years.
That's right. And in just saying that they're going to do their jobs and be good stewards of America's role in this world and focus on American diplomacy, that in and of itself, being a rebuke of President Trump is underscores what we've all been living through in the last 4 years, which is a president who wanted to be more isolationist, who wanted to pull back. What we saw today, I was sitting in that room in Wilmington, I was thinking about the fact that Joe Biden, in some ways, for supporters, is fulfilling the promises that he made on the campaign trail. He said he wanted to have a cabinet that looked like America. And there were people there on that stage, of course, talking about all of their different accolades and their experience, but they were also talking about their families.
Wait for
who
it.
survived the Holocaust, who survived coming from Cuba.
Wait for it, though. Wait to the end of this.
Having gumbo diplomacy, cooking food, cooking Southern food, as the United Nations ambassador was saying. All of those things are what America's about. It's this melting pot. The other thing I'll just say is I was talking to a Democrat who just said this also felt like the Avengers. It felt like we're being rescued from this craziness that we've all lived through from the last 40 years, and now here are the superheroes to come and save us all.
It's just going to be so wonderful. The superheroes are going to save us. And look at this damn smile on her face. She is so happy. Ladies and gentlemen, journalism. Good morning, People's Front of Canada. Yes, that's journalism. It's almost like the Avengers. I like the reply here from Fusely Spock, who says, I hate them for thinking this circle jerk was okay. I hate them for destroying journalism. I hate them for their outright lies that deepen the divide in America. I hate them for dismissing half the country as rubes and racist. I hate them for being the PR arm of the Democratic Party. Right on, brother. I hate them too. It's amazing how it's good. I like I said, let the tongue bath begin. Moving on, somebody who's probably not going to be getting a tongue bath from the left or the media anytime soon. Jordan Peterson has a new book out, but there's a little problem. I think the people who worked at Penguin Random House of Canada, they kind of needed a safe room or a room with puppies and plushies, because they are very upset that Jordan Peterson's new book is being published by their company. Exclusive Penguin Random House Canada staff say the publishing giant ambushed them with the news of Jordan Peterson's new book. Staff confronted management at a tearful town hall Monday, and many want it canceled. Now, this is a Vice article, so gird your loins. Let's see if I can fit it on the page here, though. That would be helpful. Yes, this article from Vice. Penguin Random House staff confront publisher about new Jordan Peterson book. During a tense town hall, staff cried and expressed dismay with the publishing giant's decision to publish Beyond Order 12 More Rules for Life. Are these people grown-ups? I just don't know. Several Penguin Random House Canada employees confronted management about the company's decision to publish a new book by controversial Canadian psychologist Jordan Peterson at an emotional town hall Monday, and dozens more have filed anonymous complaints, according to 4 workers who spoke to Vice World News. Vice World News. Give me a... Anyway, I'm going to move on. Hi, cameraman Jay. On Monday, Penguin Random House Canada, Canada's largest book publisher and a subsidiary of Penguin Random House, announced it will be publishing Beyond Order 12 More Rules for Life by Peterson to be released in March 2021. The book will be published by Portfolio in the US and Penguin Press in the UK, both part of the Penguin Random House empire. 4 Penguin Random House Canada employees, who did not want to be named due to concerns over their employment, said the company held a town hall about the book Monday, during which executives defended the decision to publish Peterson, while employees cited their concerns about platforming someone who is popular in far-right circles. Oh my God, he's popular in far-right circles. Oh, I have the vapors. Get that commercial off my thing. He is an icon of hate speech and transphobia, and the fact that he's an icon of white supremacy, regardless of the content of his book. I'm not proud to work for a company that publishes him. A junior employee is also a member of the LGBTQ LGBTQ community and who attended the town hall told Vice World News. This is so annoying. Peterson made a political stand one time. He's not anti-LGBTQ. He's not anti-trans. His point was the state should not be able to compel you to use any type of speech. And in fact, he himself said that if someone had pronouns they would like him to use, he would use them. But for whatever reason, they have this weird mythology about Jordan Peterson of him being a white supremacist and homophobic and transphobic. I know I gotta be quiet. You know what? He's just a psychologist who writes some books, and none of them have anything to do with your pet issue. And regardless what you think of Jordan Peterson, there are people who he's helped improve their lives and live more fruitful lives and live more meaningful lives. Is there a problem with that? Oh my God. Another employee said people were crying at the meeting about how Jordan Peterson has affected their lives. How? How has Jordan Peterson affected your life? Is he required reading at Penguin, whatever Random House, whatever Canada? Is he required reading? And did he slaughter your puppy too? How the hell did Jordan Peterson affect your life? They said one coworker discussed how Peterson had radicalized their father, and another talked about how publishing the book will negatively affect their non-binary friend. How is he writing a book about non-binary people? How would this book negatively affect your non-binary friend? Give me an example, you asshole. I'm sorry, you're just an asshole to say that. It doesn't affect your non-binary friend at all. And radicalize their father. Explain what you mean by radicalized. Jordan Peterson, his first book, the 12 whatever things of life, was some pretty basic shit on how to get your shit together. Had nothing to do with radicalizing anybody. Oh, do you mean the free speech thing that he's really finds important? Is that radical to you? Oh, maybe if you're in Canada, that's radical. In the United States, that's not radical at all. Free speech is free speech. And maybe you should put on your, well, I can't even say your big boy pants because I don't know what the version of non-binary big boy pants are. Put them on. The company since June has been doing all these anti-racist and allyship things, and them publishing Peterson's book completely goes against this. How? What's in the book that is racist to you? Seriously. There is nothing in Peterson's vast published works that is in the least bit racist or even anti-LGBTQ. It's a mythology that has taken over this whole persona of Jordan Peterson. And you need to oh my God. A third employee told Vice World News the company's Diversity and Inclusion Committee received at least 70 anonymous messages about Peterson's book, and only a couple are in favor of the decision to publish it. Yeah, because you got a campaign going against it. If I was the publishers at Penguin Random House Canada, okay, your concern is noted. We're going to publish the book anyway. And if you can't grow a pair, Okay. I don't know what the binary term for non-binary term for grow a pair is, or the LGBTQ grow a pair. Well, whatever. It's not, because I'm being, anyway. Oh my God. I got an idea. Okay. How about we all learn how to be adults? Okay. Jesus Christ. In an email statement, Penguin Random House Canada said it is open to employees' feedback. Quote, "We announced yesterday that we will publish Jordan Peterson's new book, Beyond Order, this coming March. Immediately following the announcement, we held a forum and provided a safe space, for our employees to express their views and offer feedback. Our employees have started an anonymous feedback channel, which we fully support. We are open to hearing our employees' feedback and answering all of their questions. We remain committed to publishing a range of voices and viewpoints." Good for them. That's what they need to be doing. And we remain committed to publishing a range of voices and viewpoints, the statement said. The company did not answer any specific questions sent by Vice World News. Vice, that just sounds like an oxymoron. Vice World News. Anyway, FTG to the people complaining. Sorry. A pair, sir? Yeah, a pair of ovaries. What do you think I was talking about, James? Grow a pair. Sorry, sir. Okay. All right, moving on. John Brennan. Everyone knows who John Brennan is, right? The man who I just say fuck right off to. Well, he has a nice little thread on Twitter. I found it amusing personally, but John Brennan on Twitter, get your FTGs ready. This thread. "John Brennan, for 4 years, I spoke out vigorously against Donald Trump's craven dishonesty, corrupt pursuit of personal interest, and trampling of our democratic principles." Oh, the former head of the CIA who lied under oath to Congress. You're worried about someone else's craven dishonesty. Also, the fact that they hired you on, MSNBC? Whatever. Fuck off, John Brennan. "After serving over 3 decades in national security, I felt compelled to condemn Trump's depravity and incompetence." Really? I thought his foreign policy went very well. Thank you very much, John Brennan. "My outspokenness has brought criticism, retaliation by the Trump administration. You deserve to have your security clearances revoked, asshole, because you were trying to use them to take down a sitting president. So fuck off. Yes, it's unusual for a former CIA director to speak out. Then shut the fuck up." But when I'm adding comment as I read this, so please I apologize in advance for my outburst. But when an autocrat descended upon the White House, now wait a minute, silence was not an option for me. Autocrat. Is that kind of similar to a dictator? You mean the guy that uses the correct procedures to do things? The guy who's going through the courts instead of just declaring himself the next president? The guy who hasn't tried to suppress journalists like the prior administration, or jail journalists like the prior administration? The one who has been relentlessly criticized and frankly just completely fucked with for the entire term of his presidency, and hasn't struck back in any really meaningful way? That autocrat, you asswipe. "I now plan to ignore Trump." You should have been he should have been ignoring him for the whole time. You should have just shut the fuck up and left after you got fired. "I leave this fate to our judicial system." Oh, yes, they really think that they're going to put Donald Trump in jail after he leaves office. That'll be interesting. I know I don't think the U.S. I don't think the federal government is, but the state of New York's going to try. That prosecutor in New York, that her whole mission is to arrest Donald Trump, basically. That's what they're going to try. His infamy to I leave his fate to our judicial system, his infamy to history, and his legacy to the trash heap. Guess what? I think that history will be far more kind to President Trump than the current events view of President Trump. The fact that he's the first president out of the last, 4 or 5, I can't remember the last president, maybe Carter, I don't know, who hasn't had a major foreign war started or any conflict started. In fact, that's probably the legacy that he really brings to the history books, the fact that he didn't start any new conflicts in his time in office. And actually, the fact that there were peace deals under his time in office. I think history actually will look good, down the road when people actually look back and go, let's see, Obama, yeah, he had this conflict, and really didn't have any foreign policy wins as far as I'm concerned. George W. Bush, fine after 9/11, but then fucked it up. And look, back in the day, I supported George Bush until we figured out that whole weapons of mass destruction thing in Iraq was a big steaming pile of John Brennan. And my luster for that former President George W. Bush has completely been wiped away. I think George Bush in general might be a good man in somewhere inside there, but I think that's just a debacle. And the fact that we're still in Afghanistan kind of still pisses me off. I'm hoping Trump actually pulls those troops out before he leaves office in 2025, or whatever he leaves office, sometime soon or sometime farther down the road, whichever it is. Anyway, the national security team of President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris has numerous challenges ahead of it, and wise national security policies merit strong bipartisan support. Yeah, fuck right off. And while I refrain from referencing Donald Trump in Twitter sphere again, I will not hesitate to denounce public officials of any political stripe who I believe betray the trust of the American people or engage in unethical or unprincipled or corrupt activities. I promise, well, then you need to denounce the guy in the mirror, asshole. FTG to John Brennan, because we're not doing FTGs tomorrow. So go ahead and get your FTGs out right now. Fuck right off John Brennan. Moving on. What else do I got in the bookmarks today? I'm still on that thread. Let me find this here. Oh, yes. Did anybody see this? Oh, good God. Mario fucking Cuomo. Excuse me. I said Mario Cuomo, didn't I? I meant, what the hell did I just do there? Andrew fucking Cuomo. I'm swearing a lot today, aren't I? Holy shit. What the hell's going on with this desktop? It's killing me. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this will click. God, what's going on with my computer? Anyway, so Andrew Cuomo shows off a festive turkey mask for Thanksgiving. I swear to God, if I would have been a reporter in that room, I'd have walked up and smacked him right in the mouth. Okay? You got to see this. It's 40 seconds of absolute cringe. Mario Cuomo, that's his dad, Andrew Cuomo, the current governor of hell. Is this gonna load? I must be having issues with my computer. So there's the mask. Yes, the New York Department of Health came up with this mask for Thanksgiving. Just go ahead and get your FTGs out right now. Here it is, the cringe of the day with Andrew fucking Cuomo. Oh, good God. Come on, New York Post. Too many pop-ups in the New York Post. I need to add a good ad blocker. And it's gone again. Good God, come on. No, that's Fredo Sr. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, Fredo Sr. Yeah, Mario Cuomo's Fredo Sr. Anyway, okay, this isn't working. My computer's not cooperating with me today. But anyway, Governor Andrew Cuomo on Tuesday unveiled his new Thanksgiving attire, a turkey face mask that the governor quipped actually made him look better. Well, yeah, because it covers your damn face. Cuomo donned the brown face covering complete with turkey eyes and a beak, along with a State Department of Health logo on it during a press conference in Wyandanch, Long Island. The mask read, "Don't be a turkey, wear a mask. We have a special mask for Thanksgiving because, you know, we're all so creative in New York and we do things a little different." The governor said, "Yeah, we kill a lot of our seniors." Oh, did I say that out loud? And the governor said as he held up the mask, "Don't be a turkey this Thanksgiving, wear a mask." Well, unfortunately, the video's not working. Fuck it. I'm just closing that window. Anyway, and he looked like an idiot. So everyone loves Andrew Cuomo. Not. Now, this was interesting. Now, this is a thread regarding Joe Biden's picks. Oh, good God. What the fuck is going on here? Let me try this again. Oh, by the way, did you hear that Alyssa Milano wants to extend an olive branch to Trump supporters? We'll get to that in a minute. So, apparently, again, the socialist side of the Democratic Party, which is, you know, the Squad and the Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warrens of the world, hilarious to watch Biden just lashing progressives now that he doesn't need their votes anymore, stacking his cabinet with straight lobbyists and war lovers. How poignant. Socialist revolutionaries writing strongly worded letters and crying about it. They called him movable, coalesce around the 94 crime bill guy to oust the criminal justice reform guy to turn the 94 crime bill guy into the criminal justice reform guy. Just so hilarious. I thought that was a funny little thread, so I thought I'd bring that up to you. They hired the guy who wrote the 94 crime bill and a woman who kept people in jail longer than they needed to be so she'd have some good prison labor. Here's Alyssa Milano. This thread almost cracks me up because it's Alyssa Milano. "I'd like to extend an olive branch to Trump supporters. I'm ready to move #forward together. There is so much work to do to heal the nation. Let's be a part of the solution and not add to the problems we face. My comments are open. Please reply with #forward together." Bitch, please. And then she says, "We're going to need a lot of humility and compassion right now. Anger and triumphalism is less helpful." So some of the replies on this are fantastic. Gad Sad says, "With all due respect, you're a petulant, hypocritical, self-important twit. You were hysterical with hate for 4 years, but now you're magnanimous? Move along, ho." Okay, he didn't say ho, but whatever. Oh, and then somebody replied to her, yeah, she was critical of children being separated from their parents and neglected. And when some died, she was really hateful about it. Where does she get off? Bitch, please. Robert Barnes, the great attorney, says, "Hell will freeze over first. You reap what you sow." Yeah, how about that? Thank you, Ricky Ravioli, with the 420 through Super Chat, who says, "As an upstate New York resident, I say, FTG, abort Cuomo. Yes, thank you. And I see the audience likes that too. Yeah, Cuomo's a piece of work. Someone down here, in all honesty, unity is the problem. We think we need to all be on the same page and someone's ideas need to win. No, just leave each other alone. That goes for Republicans trying to ban abortion or Democrats trying to force their own shit onto everyone. Oh my God, somebody else said, I really think if we all just went to our corners and minded our own business, that's a hell of a lot better than forcing unity. The waters are too murky. Let's just leave each other alone. LOL. Yeah, that's not bad advice. There's so many people that just Alyssa Milano of all people. And then there's a lot of people on the left. Why would you want to consort with Nazis? Has anybody noticed that the term Nazi and the term white supremacist really doesn't mean shit anymore? Just saying. Okay, moving on. Now this was interesting. From Dennis Rancourt. Dennis Rancourt is a researcher, Ontario Civil Liberties Association, a scientist. All that matters in disputes between the University of Ottawa and me have been amicably resolved. That's interesting. So Lindsay, tell me how you really feel. You spent the last 4 years demonizing people who don't agree with you. Go fuck yourself, Alyssa Milano. Ladies and gentlemen, the stream will not be monetized today. This thread I found interesting. Message from an expert. In just 1 week, we've had 4 major peer-reviewed studies refuting masked, asymptomatic transmission, pre-symptomatic transmission, and PCR tests. House of Cards is falling. Here's one of them. Although SARS-CoV-2 RNA shedding in respiratory and stool samples can be prolonged. Okay, I don't want to hear about stool samples. I thought this was a thread. People want this to change, but it won't start until we change. Stop wearing the damn mask when you go into stores. If more people did this collectively, it would stop and fast. Let's see. Let me look at this real quick. This is from the Lancet, if it loads. So, oh, good God. Okay. Nope. I'm not going to read this. Here's what I'll do. I'll put the article that he highlighted in the chat. And if you want to read it, it's some scientific stuff that doesn't really go well on a live stream. So there you go. There's that article that he put on there. But interesting. Yeah, 1 week, 4 major peer-reviewed studies. 1 refuting masks, 1 refuting asymptomatic transmission, 1 refuting pre-symptomatic transmission, and also PCR tests. Now, the thing is, because now the one I saw on saying that this virus is only transferred by people with symptoms. Now, it's a peer-reviewed study. I haven't seen it, and I don't know if that's the one that the article I just put in the chat is the one he's talking about that tells you about that. Anyway, moving on. Oh, by the way, here's another version of what the title of the stream is today. Biden's pick for U.S. spy chief played a central role in Obama's secretive drone war that resulted in hundreds of civilian deaths. Oh, good God. The Business Insiders, I'm surprised that Twitter allowed this article to be tweeted out, actually, because it's not a article about Joe Biden. It's not putting him in the best light here. Here, let me see if I can get it on the screen. Here we go. So Biden's pick for U.S. Here's just the highlights. Human rights groups and progressive have expressed concern about President-elect Joe Biden's pick for Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines. Haines played a key role in Obama's administration's controversial drone program, and critics have also zeroed in on her actions related to the Senate Intelligence Committee's torture report. Oh, goodness gracious. Dave Siegel, executive director at Demand Progress, told Insider that Haines' record is incredibly concerning. It must be reckoned with during the confirmation process. Let's see here. President-elect Joe Biden has received applause across the political spectrum over his picks for top foreign policy and national security roles in his incoming administration. But human rights groups and progressives have expressed concern about his choice for the Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines. Okay, look. Progressives are pissed off about all of his picks and the fact that Bernie Sanders wanted to be a part of the administration. He's kind of just said, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and any other progressives, he's basically just said, wait 1 minute. Not you, baby. Not you. Sorry, not you. Haines, a former deputy CIA director who would be the first woman to serve as the top U.S. spy chief if confirmed, played a central role in crafting the legal framework surrounding the Obama administration's controversial secret drone war. As a widely cited 2013 Newsweek profile put it, Haines was sometimes summoned in the middle of the night to weigh in on whether a suspected terrorist could lawfully be incinerated by a drone strike. My concerns about the Obama administration, Andrea Praso, the deputy Washington director of Human Rights Watch, told the New York Times, with these cabinet picks, we're returning to the previous administration instead of making bold and forward-leaning picks, meaning progressives. But Praso also praised Haines' collegiality, saying she is one of the nicest people I've ever met when she's dropping a bomb right up your ass. Okay. Anyway, let's just say that there's it's not all paradise in Joe Biden's picking world. There's the article there. I'm not gonna read any more of this, but I just found it. I find it humorous that there's trouble in paradise. I think there's going to be an all-out war in the Democratic Party. I just think so. They're always saying, "Oh, the Republicans are in disarray." Guess what? Joe Biden is not going to be pushed to the left. Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, and then again, remember, here's one of John Kerry, also who played Lurch on the Addams Family. Here's our future climate czar. Oh, what the hell? Let's see. Here's hang on. Here's our future. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Hang on. Let me get this started over. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, here we go. Here's our future climate czar. Here's our future climate czar, John F. Kerry. You know, I am John F. Kerry, and I talk like this. Anyway,
I support pricing carbon.
Pricing carbon.
But carbon price is okay.
It's insulting to common sense. And what we need to do is pass an energy comprehensive policy that prices carbon.
What I would recommend for the United States,
prices carbon, a carbon tax.
In the years ahead, go in this direction.
And this is Janet Yellen.
Simply to put in place a carbon tax.
Oh, Janet Yellen too. Oh, now, when I read that article about Janet Yellen, was there even a mention of carbon tax in that article about Janet Yellen? Remember because one of the biggest things that Joe Biden has been saying so far is we will not raise taxes on anyone making over $400,000 a year, right? Do you remember that? Y'all remember that, right? Not going to raise taxes on anyone making over $400,000 a year. Now, granted, the fact that the Trump tax cuts are were designed to expire by the Congress because they wouldn't just make it permanent like Trump wanted. But even allowing those to expire, that's raising taxes on people who make less than $400,000. And now you're talking about a carbon tax? You realize a carbon tax would raise taxes on nearly every single American in the United States who uses any kind of energy, like your gas bill or gas for your car or your electric bill, because there's carbon tax on it. Carbon tax that'd be a huge tax on every single American. I think including the ones who make less than $400,000. Just saying. Let's see what he says here.
Would you support a carbon tax? Some other candidates say they would.
Yeah, no, I would.
And under my plan, there will also be a carbon fee.
Carbon fee, carbon tax, carbon. What did the other one say? Pricing carbon. Yippee. Janet Yellen and John Kerry, though, in favor of carbon taxes. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. Oh, good God. Oh, my gosh. We're running out of time here. What else do I got? Oh, good name. Hello, Duck Dog. How you doing? I don't know why my computer's not working. Holy smokes. 50 people in the room today. Make sure you hit the like button while you're thinking about it, because the show's almost over and you got to hit the like button before you go. So you might as well just do it now. Do it now. Hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. What else do I got? I have a couple more. Oh, that was Grover Norquist. Yeah. Oops, that promise to never raise taxes on anyone who earns less than $400,000 didn't last long. A carbon tax is a gas tax of 40 cents on the gallon, and it would increase every year without a vote. That's, carbon tax. And then the other one here, remember we talked about Jake Sullivan earlier. This guy says, very optimistic about Joe Biden nominating Jake Sullivan as National Security Advisor. He played a key role in the U.S. brokered negotiations that led to a ceasefire in Gaza in 2012. I have faith in this cabinet's ability to usher in a long overdue peace in the region I grew up. Now, that's a fascinating statement, right? Played a key role in U.S. brokered negotiations that led to a ceasefire in Gaza and usher in long overdue peace in the region I grew up. So that would be the Middle East, right? Now, what's happened? Something's happened in recent months in the Middle East. Gosh, what was it? Oh, wait. U.S. brokered negotiations that led to peace treaties among several Arab nations and Israel. Wow. I think that's a key thing. That's, what do you say? I have faith in this cabinet's ability to usher in long overdue peace in the region I grew. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if he meant only in Israel and the Gaza Strip and West Bank, also sometimes referred to as Palestine. I think that's what he meant. He didn't mean the region. He just meant that very specific pointed section of the region. Anyway, that's another reason why I worry about that. All right, let's what do we got here? There's a name I didn't say hi to yet. Did I say good morning to Cairo? I think I did. Good morning, Cairo Alexander. And somebody else showed up that I didn't see that name before. Where is it? No, I think I got everybody. Anyway, all right. So how much time? I am really out of time. I have so many articles that I didn't even get to. And for some reason, I don't know why Twitter is causing my computer to have its own little brain farts here. Let's check to see if there's anything breaking right now. They have this thing on Twitter. I noticed video of documents being shredded shows routine disposal of tax documents, not election information, according to Cobb County and the Associated Press. I don't want to hear your explanations. I don't believe anything you fuckers say right now. Sorry. Let's see. In the news tab, we got Mario Rubio says Joe Biden's Ivy League cabinet will be polite and orderly caretakers of America's decline. Damn, Mario. Marco. The U.S. Senator from Florida appeared to suggest that he would oppose confirmation of President-elect Joe Biden's national security team, saying, "I have no interest in returning to the normal that left us dependent on China." Many observers pointed out that a number of people in President Trump's cabinet, not to mention the president himself, also attended Ivy League schools. Yeah, okay, but I think he was making a different point here. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that one. Also, how a CIA campaign of misinformation and violence reshaped the world. What? In the second edition of IET, the issues, i.e. the issues, we're examining the modern landscape of disinformation. Starting in the 1960s, a campaign of disinformation and violence the U.S. used around the world to target leftists known as the Jakarta Method. This is interesting. From Inside Edition. Why is Inside Edition doing journalism like that? I don't know. Let's see. Anything on here yet? I know that the Georgia election officials are going to do a recount in Georgia. Utah officials found. Oh, we already saw that weird statue in Utah. All right. Guess what? I don't have anything right now. I'm going to make some. Let's see here. 53 million Trump voters don't believe Biden legitimately won the election. That's not good. I guess we're going to see if the Kraken ever shows up. I don't know. So that weirdo press Skrell, we talked about him putting out remember we saw the other day he said he was calling for the prosecution of President Trump and everyone in his administration. Remember that guy? We read the tweets from there. Well, apparently, this is going to be the last. We're going to finish with this today. Democrats intensify assault on legal system. Representative Bill Pascrell Jr. files bar complaints against the Trump election lawyers. What Pascrell is doing is undermining our legal system. This is a dangerous form of demagoguery. Threats and intimidation have been a part of the Democratic resistance to Trump from the beginning. Those attacks are now focused on lawyers representing Trump and Republicans' election litigation. The Lincoln Project and others organized harassment and doxing of Trump law firms and lawyers. It's unclear to what extent those threats, including threats to harass unrelated clients of those law firms, caused some firms and lawyers to withdraw, but the message was clear. Represent Trump in election legal proceedings, and your life and job will be made miserable. The attacks now have reached the level that a Democrat congressman, Bill Pascrell Jr., has filed bar complaints against the lawyers representing Trump. I've just filed legal complaints with the Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, New York, and Pennsylvania bars against Rudy Giuliani and 22 other lawyers seeking their disbarments for filing frivolous lawsuits and trying to help Trump steal the election and dismantle democracy. No! He's playing within the rules. Okay, let me do real quick okay, let's see what you did there. Don't forget the BBC Reynolds ad. No, I won't forget. I'm coming to it. No pun intended. Here's a copy of his complaint to the New York State Judicial Conduct Body calling for Rudy Giuliani's law license to be stripped. Similar letters were sent to 4 other states against Trump lawyers. Fuck this guy. Pascrell is a danger. Pascrell is a danger to our civil society. Jonathan Turley makes the point that Pascrell's action are part of a larger Democratic assault on lawyers, law firms, and even legislators. We've been discussing the campaign of harassment and threats against Republican lawyers to get them to drop election challenges. New Jersey Democratic Representative Bill Pascrell expanded that campaign this week with a malicious and frivolous demand for New York and other states to disbar roughly 24 lawyers for representing Trump, the Republican Party, or the Trump campaign in the litigation. While the Democratic members and the media discuss attacks on democracy, no hyperbole there, and the rule of law, they appear to have little problem with the campaigns to threaten and harass both lawyers and legislators for raising questions about the election. Many of us criticized Rudy Giuliani for his performance in this litigation, particularly the controversial press conference held last week. Indeed, I have previously criticized Giuliani for his public comments and allegations. However, Pascrell wants Giuliani disbarred specifically for filing these legal actions, as well as a host of other lawyers. As I have personally discussed, it is a familiar campaign that is unfolding without objections from most media figures, lawyers, or law professors. Indeed, this is a campaign that has been led by lawyers against lawyers. At the same time, Democratic leaders like Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel have threatened criminal prosecution against those who have posted videos alleging voting fraud, and even threatened possible prosecution of legislators who meet with President Trump or raise challenges to the election results. The media is virtually silent on these threats to coerce lawyers and legislators into silence. What Pascrell is doing is undermining our legal system by using his office to advance a campaign targeting lawyers and legislators who raise objections to his party prevailing in the presidential election. As with the Lincoln Project campaign, this raw retaliation and intimidation to deter the use of our legal process. When such actions were taken against lawyers representing civil rights groups and others in the 1960s, it was correctly denounced as an outrageous abuse of our legal system. Now that Republican lawyers are being targeted, it has become a campaign supported by members of Congress, thousands of lawyers, and the media. What Pascrell is doing is a dangerous form of demagoguery that should be denounced by people of good faith, regardless of their political affiliation. Thank you, Jonathan Turley, for not being an asshole. Needless to say, the Lincoln Project, organizers of harassment of lawyers and law firms, is on board with this strategy. On Monday, CNN newsroom host Kate Boudlin brought on a member of the Lincoln Project who insisted that it was unlawful for any member of Michigan's canvassing board to delay certifying that state's election results. Bullshit. Jeff Timmer, whom Bolden identified as a senior advisor for the disgraced organization, advocated that the American Bar Association either sanction or outright revoke the legal license of any Republican who refused to certify Michigan's election results immediately. Timmer then did that thing that seemingly everyone at the Lincoln Project loves to do. He demanded potentially career-destroying consequences for any Republican attorney who failed to behave how he thought they ought to. I'm not even going to read the exchange here. Fuck the Lincoln FTG to the Lincoln Project, by the way. And on that note, we're going to close it up. I do have a sponsor ad to read. Thank you, BBC Rentals. BBC Rentals with another ad. He's a BBC Rentals is a recurring sponsor on the Morning Night Live. If you're a single white woman that hit the wall with 5 cats, try BBC Rentals. Don't be alone this Thanksgiving. Call on BBC Rentals. Try our 2-for-1 Black Friday deals to get your stuffing done right. We'll have you saying Black Lives Matter all night long.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, BBC Rental, a tried and true sponsor of the Morning Night Live. Wait, no, not tried. I haven't tried that shit. Nah, well, never mind. What did Black Hebrew Israelite say earlier? I'm not a client. I'm a member. He said member. And then thank you also, Black Hebrew Israelite, for reminding me with another $2 super chat. And but anyway, That's on that note, I'm going to call it a day, people. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. If you haven't done so already, hit that damn like button. And I'm going to, Shoes, do you know anything about me, Akusho? You might want to, anyway, thank you for being here today at the Morning Night Live. I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, for your viewing pleasure and your listening pleasure for those of you who are listening while you're driving, working, or doing whatever else. If you're watching by replay, please leave a comment in the comment section so that I know you were here. Also, share the stream out, hit the share arrow, or you can retweet or all that stuff on those things up there. And if you would be so kind, or if you really like the show, throw in a couple bucks in the tip jar every once in a while, like so many of you do. You are so greatly appreciated. All the super chats and Streamlabs and everything you do. You can also do that through Venmo and Cashapp. Thank you, Cindy Rochelle, throwing a $5 super chat up there. Happy Thanksgiving all. I'll be celebrating with family. Have a great weekend, PDawgKnight. You too, Cindy Rochelle. Are you in Florida still? I think you're still in Florida. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving, everybody. Eat lots of bird. By the way, I am broadcasting tomorrow. Just FYI, I'm gonna put the bird, the day of bird in the oven, and then I'm gonna be down here in the basement in the studio, broadcasting to you. So if you're bored in the morning, come join us in the Morning Night Live. And on that note, that's it. I got to go. My name's PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is PDawgKnight, and thank you for watching today on the PDawgKnight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comments section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cashapp, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.